legends, James here from GAMAFLARE, and Imola has just delivered an absolute classic. Precision, pressure, and changing conditions turned this into a race where one decision made all the difference. The drama started early. Oliver Foote was one of the first to find the gravel, followed by Miles Baker, Blake Greenhalgh, and Nico Scolzi, proving just how unforgiving Imola can be. But everything changed when the rain rolled in. Every braking zone became a gamble, every apex a risk. And while others stayed committed to slick tyres, Riley Boswell made the decisive call to switch to wets at exactly the right moment. As the conditions deteriorated, even the front runners weren't safe. Tilbrook ran wide through the closing stages, while the rain completely reshuffled the order and rewarded the drivers who got the strategy right. Through Tamburello, Piratella and Acque Minerali, Boswell never put a wheel wrong, mastering the conditions to claim a brilliant victory. Joining him on the podium were Alex Marich in second and Tilbrook in third. Next stop, Mount Panorama. The mountain. From Hell Corner to Conrod Straight, every lap demands absolute commitment. The stage is set, and next up, Davo and J-Man from Matchfit Entertainment are ready to call every battle and every big moment. Keep it pinned, stay fast, and I'll see you at the next track, legends.
Good evening, viewers, and thank you, James, again for a concise wrap-up of last week's race at Imola. And look, a great pronunciation on some of those corners there, doing a way better job than Davo is. But look, let's just get past that little bit. You have joined us tonight, viewers, for the Supercars NZ 2026 SIMBLACKS Porsche Cup Winter Series. There's a mouthful. And tonight it is, like James mentioned, the infamous Mount Panorama circuit, aka Bathurst, for all the Aussie and New Zealand boys out there. As always, Davo here on the mics and J-Man right by my side. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, good evening, viewers. Good evening, Davo. Yeah, James does do a stout job, doesn't he?
He does.
He's well in touch with what's going on out there. He's got 7 days, but we'll take it every time. And yeah, welcome to Bathurst, Mount Panorama, all 6.2 odd kilometres and 23 turns, as you heard James mention. He called it starting from Hell Corner down to Conrod Straight. I would have said Hell Corner down to Murray's because that's literally corner to corner. So.
Yes.
Hey, look, spectacular scenes out there already in practice session. The guys finding the limits of the tarmac out there. And look, if you're not rubbing the walls, you're probably not pushing hard enough. And we're going to see plenty of that tonight.
It is Bathurst.
Yeah, specifically out of Griffin's, the cutting, and up through McPhillamy, all the way to Skyline. That is an absolute nerve-wracker up
Over
there.
the top.
They are super committed.
Man. It's going to be amazing, J-Man. But like you said, pre-race practice, yes. Boys finding the limits, and particularly across the top here at Bathurst. This is going to be exciting. J-Man, can you jog my memory as these boys sort of roll out here live now for qualifying? Have we ever called an iRacing event at Bathurst, my friend?
I believe you have. I think I missed one. I think you may have got it. You might have done a solo there, mate, potentially. So, yeah. Maybe it wasn't memorable, Davo.
No, well, that's what I'm thinking.
I wasn't on your 6 o'clock, mate, but
right.
Here we are. So, hey, look, and this one here will be great for me because obviously this is my first Bathurst iRacing event here tonight. And it will consist of this open 15-minute qualifying and then also we'll back this one up. Enduro time here, 55-minute schedule. So mandatory 2 pit stops, 2 tyre CPS required in this one. Obviously, there's a pit window.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it was very similar to what we saw last night, 10 and 45, open
in the
and
V8s.
shut. Yep. So, so sorry if I sort of stutter in my conversation there. Race control is all lit up at the moment because obviously they're going to be pretty busy tonight. This place,
come on,
really will keep them things. So yeah, it's just look, driver etiquette around these guys. Maybe towing when they need to.
Yeah, so a couple of new names in there, J-Man, and look, this is not unusual when we get you know, at SCNZ or any community really, J-Man, when we get some new sign-ups after the season start. You know, these guys just trying to come up to speed with, you know, like formatting and the way, you know, things are run, you know, in that particular community, whether it be, you know, like even pre-race practice, you know, there is sort of terms and conditions, so to speak, and obviously in qualifying, very critical, and even more so again in race trim. So yeah, just you probably race control in the ear of a few of the new names out there tonight, J-Man, and we will touch on a few of those names soon. But yeah, like we said, boys out on the track as we speak here for qualifying. 10-minute qualifying here for the Porsche Cup Series. The SIMBLACKS, the 2026 SIMBLACKS Porsche Cup Series.
15. We've burnt up 5 already.
Well, there you go. There you go.
So yeah, and on that note, Dave, Hugo Allen to the top provisionally over Baker, Boswell, Sprague, Adams, Burke, Mudgeway, Zarek, Greenhall, and Foot around the 10. But I'll tell you what, just looking at some of the magentas that I'm seeing throughout the tracks,
yeah,
it's going to change. Although Hugo really lighten them up through. I mean, there's 5 sectors based on the micros on this track, and Hugo Allen just claimed, well, it was 4 of the 5. He's now got 3 of them on this lap, so expect an improvement. Looking for these guys to dip down into the 2s, Davo.
Yeah, exciting stuff. Bathurst. Oh. Man, this place is a take no prisoners track, isn't it, my friend? You know, I sim racer myself, obviously. Don't spend a lot of time behind the wheel these days. Love Bathurst to death. Love watching it in multiple different formats across the year as a viewer. But I tell you what, when I get in the car, I am not the quickest guy around Bathurst. And look, the slightest of mistakes, and don't you pay for it. You're paying a toll with every mistake around Bathurst. So expect some action tonight. I think that's what Dave's trying to say here. Just expect some action tonight. There's going to be plenty going on. J-Man.
Yeah, look, and look, great opportunity post-qualifying as well. You know, this will be super important. I mean, every qualifying is important, but this one especially so, because, you know, it will be very one line across the top, the way, at the rate, the speed that these quick times are coming through, that, you know, obviously there's opportunities maybe out of 1 up to 2, and then also Conrod straight into the chase. We're likely to see some stuff down there. Also, Murray's big deep breaks down the inside there. There'll be opportunities, but across the top, I dare say, barring an incident, there won't be many, and that is the spot, though, where the mistakes will be made tonight. So just looking at that, 202.351 for Alan, Scalzi 202.5, Book, current series points leader and sitting in 3rd provisionally at the moment.
Yep.
Miles out, and there Riley Boswell, he was going incredibly quick in official practice, and he is back in the actually, so.
True that. As we just see, actually, I think it's Scalzi and Allen running across the line there, J-Man. Scalzi leading that run. Who is that just actually that's that Martini car. I love that car. That is Casey Sturrock's car.
Yep.
So yeah, the boys getting on here at Bathurst. Over 9 minutes to go there as we just see Scalzi run wide. He'll let Allen go. He'll regroup, get those tyres back to a proper operating temperature for the next lap, and maybe pick up a little draft along the way. So
yeah, he got a good run out of the cutting that tyre, albeit he let Allen pass, but yeah, it certainly had the run heading up towards Reed Park there. So interesting, and then yeah, Allen just pulls a little bit away as they head towards Skyline now.
Yeah, busy lap, Bathurst. I mean, there is some healthy straight parts of the track here, but as we just see, Scholesy and Allen's slip past. I think that might have been Sid Ahmed's car.
Yeah.
J-Man.
It's a bit of traffic involved if they want to go one more time. So whether or not Scholesy decides to abort this lap, no, so those guys get out the way.
Boys, so that's Sturrock, and I'm not sure who the other car is there, J-Man. Just stepping aside there, letting those boys go. Those Sturrock and co there are probably just getting into the into that sort of mode to run their next hot lap anyway. So they're just like, okay, no, that's okay. Let these boys go. And it's a bit of a carrot for them to chase as well. So smart move. Time of ticking, though, J-Man. They've got to get it done. Bathurst, a long lap. Look at these times. Over 2 minutes. Clearly, well, just over 2 minutes for a few. The likes of Allen, Sprague and Scholesy. But, yeah.
How's the numbers, though? 2-0, 2-1, 2-5.
It's close. It's close.
Yeah, it's super tight. It's going to go right down to the end with these boys, and I'm just looking through, seeing if anyone else is going to join the party. As I mentioned, Bozzy.
Book into the pit lane, J-Man in the background. Baker just starting. Now, Miles Baker, I saw this car in pre-race practice. This is a very nice looking car. I'm a bit old school. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I do like the chrome wheels. There's a lot of black wheeled cars out there these days. The chrome rims on this car just trigger Davo all day. I love that. So very, very classy, very nice looking car. That Miles Baker, J-Man in the 888. Gold and white and black car. Plenty of nicely painted cars out here though. Oh, J-Man, you know how we love a good skin. Mark Mudgeway, obviously we talk this car up all the time. The classic Vegemite. Skinned car we know of well, and Blake Greenhole, another very pretty looking car with the Rothmans, sporting the Rothmans livery. It's a classic, J-Man.
Absolutely.
Times are ticking, like we mentioned. 2.5 minutes to go. If you haven't got across the line in the next 20 odd seconds, you ain't going for another lap. Got to get another third lap here or more. Allen goes across. And Sprague goes across. So they'll get this one and another one. Oh, geez, that would have been close for Sprague, though. So they'll get this. And one more at least. Anthony in the Monster Energy car, J-Man.
Yeah, Anthony Winoa. Yeah, doing a good job.
I know you're a
P16
fan
at
of
the moment. Yep, do like that car. But what a fight. What a fight up the top at this point between Allen, Sprague, Scholesy. What can Tilburg do?
Yeah, well, like I just mentioned, he did sneak into the pit lane there. Maybe for a new set of boots and maybe for a little bit of adjustment. And back out. Oh, as we just see that very pretty car of Miles Baker's into the fence. we'll just steer away from that. That makes me cry.
Unfortunate.
It is. But the nature, once again, and we have already talked about that at the top of the broadcast, J-Man. It does not take any prisoners, does Bathurst. A lot of walls across the top. To be competitive here, the pace has got to be hot. full commitment across the top of the mountain here at Bathurst, as we just see one on a tag on the wall at Forest Elbow there. So easily done. I'm just watching Alan come across the line there. He looks like he's pulling that car up. Scholesy across the line as well, obviously, without any more time. Foot over the top of the hill. Sturrock just running up the hill. He may have got across the line in front of the boys for this lap. I'm not sure where the cutoff is here, J-Man. I think these guys I
thought he was actually behind, but
I thought he was
not.
too. So
yeah.
I'm interested to why. So that was Wanoa. But yeah, just talking about Sturrock, actually there he is around at the cutting.
Ooh.
Greenhall coming around the final corner and across the line. Oh, did he just sneak up one maybe on Mudgeway there? Quite possible. Bush actually just across the line as well. No gain for him. It's still sitting. Just sitting in behind Scholesy there. Nico holding down third. Scholesy still running hot, mate. Did he get across the line, J-Man? Interesting.
Possibly.
Time will tell, ladies and gentlemen, because as you can see, top left-hand side of the screen, the session is well and truly done and dusted with the checkers showing. Just above that, the Sim Racing Hub logo there, the Sim Racing Hub, which we are going to fill you in about in a moment. And there is Nico just sneaking in for a practice pit stop entry, which is quite tricky here, J-Man. I'll tell you. Tilbush still out on track. But look, we will start to call through those numbers there, J-Man. J-Man, who's hitting the top of the list tonight?
Hugo Allen. Definitely beautiful lap 2020. Sorry, mate, if that's the list you're calling it. I was actually
yes, please.
Over Alex Sprague, Nico Scholesy, Tilburg, Miles Baker, Riley Boswell, Jet Adams into the chat there, Oliver Foote, and Sid Ahmed Benjifer and Kyle Burke round out the 10, but hectic behind them as well. Casey Sturrock and that car that you fancy the livery so much. Jesse Simpson, Blake Greenhall, Mark Mudgeway, Heath Mann, Braden Lai, Anthony Wanoa, Dan Nolan, Alex Merrick, and then if I have a look down my list, I think, okay, that one there, my list is ending there. So barring anything else, Sean McNamara, Shane Edgar, Carson Daly, and then I think we dip into the race steward stuff in there. So there's a few cars broken in that one, Davo. I think
there was a few cars broken.
There was more requested tows in that one qualifying session than I think I've heard all season long in the Porsche Cup Series here at SCNZ on a Wednesday night. So
absolutely. So a lot of names are not on that tower. I think that's what we are talking about, J-Man. Look, just quickly, this grid is going to populate extremely quickly in front of us here. So we're just going to remind you all that we are going to be at Spa next week in the Porsches. That's going to be awesome. We won't even get into the points because that will take 5 minutes.
Well, I could give you the top 10 pretty quickly.
Well, smash that out.
It has a bit of reference based on the starting order. So Tilburg, 499, Casey Sturrock second, Alex Sprague in third, Hugo Allen in fourth, Vaughan Martin races out of fifth. I think he
very nice.
Night here.
Yep.
And then Ahmed Benjifer, Edgar, Swinney, Mudgeway, Alex Merrick, and Thomas McCall. There was actually 12 called there because there's two positions sharing 8th and 10th.
We love that. So, we love that. We love a decider, J-Man. Better as the boys, like I mentioned, starting to populate the grid.
Yes.
And it is counting down. We're going to get lights anytime soon. Just look, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that little fancy bit of graphic up on the screen right now. Get your phones out quickly. Look, I've said all this before. You guys know what I'm going to say. Scan that QR code. Thank you, GAMAFLARE. Thank you, SIMBLACKS, Supercars NZ, and Matchfit Entertainment. Also, iRacing for an awesome prize. We've already given one of these away only a few weeks ago. And open again, free to enter. Jump all over that and get amongst it. The lights are up, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to quickly... Davo.
Green flag, green flag.
Here we go. Bam, on the green flag. As the boys get away. Round 4 here at Bathurst. What a place to get into a Porsche race. Alan just sprints away. Look at these guys weaving on the way up the hill.
Yeah, look for Tilburg here, looking for an inside up to turn 2 already. Tucks back in. Got too wide, a little further back. I think that might be Benjamin. And
it is and foot. It's foot, J-Man. In that little battle, Jet Adams just in front of those. Foot is actually vulnerable there to Burke. I think it is. Yes, it is. As they run up
it through the cutting, first lap.
And just that run up to the cutting, J-Man, that kink, we were just in car there. So what have we got going around? Scholesie's around. Oh my, there we go. There's Burke just sneaking past that car. We'll pick up on a replay of that. Foot is also around. Must have got tangled up with that. Oh yes, actually that's further up the track. Oh, it's got messier, the cross of the top, J-Man.
Oh, it has.
No,
up at
that's mine.
Yep. Up at the grate, actually.
I would
just before it.
Not be surprised if we get a safety car called here. I tell ya. Wow.
Haven't heard.
That escalated quickly. Well. Bathurst again.
Oh, there's some bent Porsches out there already. However, no issues for Hugo Allen, Alex Sprague. They are checking out. They've got a little air gap now over Tilburg, the series leader, and he is already 3.3 seconds off the lead.
Clearly up one position too from his starting there.
Yep.
Bro, you know, like Baker. Oh, my favourite car on the grid at the moment, Miles Baker. Sneaking up. Oh, a few positions there. What's the gains there? Upper position. Actually,
upper position, yeah.
Yeah, and Boswell also up a position there, just tagged right up on the back of Baker's car and up under the wing. And then we've got a group of cars there. We've got Jet Adams, Sid Ahmed, Jesse Simpson and Blake, Kyle Burke, who I was talking about before, and Jesse Simpson. And then a massive gap back because we have seen some action in the opening lap, ladies and gentlemen. Surprise, surprise, it's Bathurst. So we go back from that, then Greenhall leads the way over Edgar.
Aussie put a move on turn 2 on Miles Baker, mate. Got it done.
It's all
up into Griffins. Yeah.
All going on. A lot happening here, J-Man. No surprise, as we get into the 4th race in the series here in the SCNZ 2026 SIMBLACKS Porsche Cup Series. Oh, you know, I think when they gave me the memo and said we were going to Bathurst in the Porsches, I'm like, eek. But here we are. And
bring it on.
It is all going on. Plenty of action, ladies and gentlemen, viewers. Look, nothing that we weren't surprised to see at all. But there has been some changes in the field. You can see that on the leaderboard there.
Durrick with a big one at Forest Elbow, Davo. I think it was all on his own too.
So that, look, we'll go to the GAMAFLARE replay here. This is the first of probably many, because there was a few in the opening lap there that we'll catch up on. But here's Sturrock just getting on the right pedal too hard. I don't even think he hit the wall there, J-Man. That was so close. So close. We'll slow it down for you viewers, and we'll just get another quick sneaky peek of that. Get a load of this. This is close. This is so close. Ooh, if he's touched that, he's only just touched it. The front just sweeps around. Wow. Awesome stuff. Sturrock on his way. Unscathed. Alan out front. Here you go. Easily controlling this. Sprague in tow. Book just literally has just missed everything and holds down third position nicely. Boswell sneaking past Baker there earlier. J-Man called Baker in fifth. Basic in qualifying position. So the top two haven't changed. Jet Adams, Sid Ahmed, Jesse Simpson, Kyle Burke, all in a row. So that's nearly the whole top 10 there. Big gap back to Greenhall, and then Edgar. Let's go back here, ladies and gentlemen, and just pick up first of the action in lap one here on the GAMAFLARE replay. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Scalzi getting it wrong up the hill. Look at the field. This is lap one, ladies and gentlemen, and look at the field. Sneaking past. Look at him, back, front, sideways. Woo!
Busy.
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 Scary stuff. Scalzi lucky to come out of that in one piece, J-Man, and a lot of other people are too, I suspect. And we just pick up on, I think it's Foot just immediately after that. So might have got it big tangled up there. Mirrors are flying as we are used to, as always, in the Porsche Cup Series. And if we just go, and you can see it, back a shot there, ladies and gentlemen. Then there's the Mudgeway altercation there, a little bit further down the track. So very busy opening to this race. Thank you for the GAMAFLARE instant replay there, J-Man, as we pick back up on Black Greenhall, leading what was that next pack of cars. Where is he now? He's the rest of them.
He's in 10th. I'm watching Kyle Burke.
He hasn't changed.
I'm watching Kyle Burke chase down Jesse Simpson at the moment, and I tell you what, a little rub on the wall from Sid Ahmed Benjafer just up the road ahead of them.
Oh, yeah.
And look, the concrete hadn't settled. The dust was still there by the time the next two cars got there. And so every time they see that, they'll fully aware of what's going on in front of them. And Burke has got his game face on. I mean, most of these guys' headlights ablaze. They are in full attack mode. However, the gap in the recent path for Hugo Allen has stretched out to 1.8. He actually did a fair portion of that. He did about 0.8 in one lap alone. He did it by way of a 202.2 versus a 3.4 for Alex Sprague. So he certainly did the business. So on the previous lap, I'll get a read on this one. Backs it up with a 202.5, and so does Alex Sprague. So the gap remains the same at 1.8 seconds. So maybe just a little slip on one of those laps for Sprague, and Allen capitalised and just pulled that gap out
considerably, J-Man. 2
Yeah, but for me, Bozzy is coming in strong. 2.2 seconds, the deficit from P3, the series leader, Tilburg. So watch that space. We talk about what this race format looks like. We know that in about another minute and 10 seconds, we're likely going to see the pit lane open, and we'll see guys starting to work the strategy calls at a similar, well, very similar format last night, the supercars. And I'll tell you what.
Yep, sorry, Jay.
You're right.
I'm getting a little bit overexcited.
Is that Simpson?
Oh, I think that might have been Sid Ahmed. Oh, no, we're picking up on Carson there too. It wasn't. It was Sim Ahmed. I don't know why it's not showing up on my... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Just have a look at this one on the GAMAFLARE replay.
I heard it. I could hear tyre. Was it tyre squeal or wall rub?
So I think it's Simpson goes...
Yeah, it was Jesse Simpson.
We'll just put on that again. Sorry, guys. Oh, so yeah, Simpson hard backwards into the wall, bouncing back out on the track and got it done. J-Man car well damaged. Thank you, GAMAFLARE, for the instant replay as we get back on to the progress for Sim Ahmed. After that little allocation, Kyle Burke, J-Man, you called it. He's on the chase, isn't he?
Very much so, very much, and so is Riley Boswell as well. It's a game of millimetres at the moment. It was 2.2 last time I looked. It's around just over 2 seconds, maybe 2.1. So he's making good little inroads, but needs to keep pressing on because, Miles Baker is coming as well. So early days and the likelihood that we're going to see some pit lane action very, very shortly as lane is now open, Davo.
Yep.
They've got a couple gone already, Edgar and Scalzi. I'm not surprised Scalzi's gone early based on obviously that early spin and a little bit of rear fender damage for that Porsche as well. So Scalzi takes an early stop to maybe just get himself back on track. He was one of the really quick runners at the front.
J-Man.
Yep.
The camera boys have picked up on the pit lane here as there's a couple of those cars rolling. Is that
That's a safety car. Just, look at it.
He's tricking me there. I thought he was going to roll out, but he's just getting into position. I don't know what they're preempting here. But, yes, interesting stuff. We won't overanalyze that too much. Will we, J-Man? Maybe we will. Actually, we love that.
Safety car's just been called.
Well, blow me
Good
down.
pick up, Davo.
So, J-Man will go a little bit quiet here. He'll probably be waiting for a call from race control so we can sort of understand what's going on here. We were just picking up on a couple of the boys there, some of those first CPS stoppers there. And the camera guys noticed activity from the safety car there as he just rolled to and towards the control line in the pit lane there. Didn't look too much and didn't look like much, and we didn't read too much into it. Then next minute, hey, here we are. So safety car out, J-Man, and we'll start to try and pick up the start of the field, the top end of the field here. This will give us a chance to probably go through some that we didn't get to, actually, just quietly.
So while you're finding those, Davo, I will just let yourself and the viewers know. So the safety car is just trundling around and it's looking to pick up the leader. Anybody not on the lead lap will get a wave by. So he'll just stay as best as he can, maybe to the left or off the race line. And he'll be very vigilant with the mirrors, I'm sure. Well, young Sean McNamara gets the duties at the wheel tonight. So
young, I don't know whether he's a junior still. Apprentice? I don't know. Anyway, but he's giving him, let him drive the bus tonight.
Yeah, he's a gentleman and a scholar.
Absolutely.
So Bozzy picks that one up, mate, just to clarify that. Riley Boswell opting to not go to the pits.
Oh, there you go. Very nice.
Sprague, Book and co. Everybody behind Baker is opted to go in. So just let that settle for a second and so see what that looks like. And look, if the safety car does another lap, that wouldn't be so bad for Bozzy and Baker. However, if it goes green this one, I don't know what that quite looks like for those boys, whether they've just missed a window there.
Well, we're going to soon find out, J-Man. As you can see, the sun looks like it's getting a little bit low in the sky too. As how far through this race are we? We're not even 15 minutes in yet, J-Man.
No.
But yes, the field now controlled by the SCNZ safety car as, they work out what's going on here. Look, ladies and gentlemen, couple of little promos thrown up on your screen here. This one I mentioned just before we went green earlier. We're going to throw a few QR codes. Get your phone warmed up and scan that code. And we're going to thank GAMAFLARE, SIMBLACKS, Supercars NZ and Matchfit Entertainment and Mozza Racing on top of that for bringing this awesome competition to you guys again. Get a sim. Anybody watching this stream, this is the only place you can see these QR codes is on our live streams. So get your phones out, scan that. Entry is free, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. And you too could be driving this in the next Porsche Cup Series.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Davo.
J-Man.
Coming at you live from pit lane, mate. So safety car is going to go around one more time, and you will see
Bozzy just rolled in. Bozzy just rolled in there too.
Yeah, take the lead. So Baker's opted to stay out.
So a quick, we will just pick up on that little bit of footage there of Riley Boswell just sneaking into the pit lane there under safety car. No surprise, J-Man. Thank you for the GAMAFLARE instant replay once again. Okay, enough of this jazz. Look, a reminder, that we have got the Supercars NZ SIMBLACKS Triple Crown coming up in the Gen 3 V8 Supercars. Essentially, this is, just an addition to their already awesome V8 Supercar series. This is the Enduro rounds that everybody's been waiting for. This year it is at the bend. I think the first round, hang on, let me get my paperwork out, is 16th of August. It's about a month away, ladies and gentlemen. So you need to sign up 16th of August at the bend, Mount Panorama. Only a few weeks later on the 6th of September, and then on the 20th of September, they are going to Sandown. Awesome stuff. And the best way to sign up for this jazz is to get yourself hooked up on the Sim Racing Hub, ladies and gentlemen. So easily done. You just get in your app store and no matter what phone you're using and type in the Sim Racing Hub. This will come up at the top of the list, ladies and gentlemen. Or easily, you can just scan that code there and get amongst that. That is the easiest way to sign up to all of the Supercars NZ stuff. Heaps of information. We've got media, news, all sorts of stuff going on there. So get amongst it, ladies and gentlemen. The Sim Racing Hub.
So, Davo, safety car will come in this lap. Miles Baker will control the restart procedure on this one over Hugo Allen, Alex Sprague and co, like I mentioned earlier. So Miles Baker being the only one out there now to have not taken one of his two mandatory stops. Interesting to see Mark Mudgeway, Nico Scalzi, Carson Daly, Scotty Kinder, to name a few, have done too. So one would expect that they may have, a couple of those may have been through incident, unscheduled, and potentially I think with 36, just under 37 minutes of running left, maybe they're banking on another safety car because I couldn't see them getting home from here. So
the another safety car thing is definitely on the cards, J-Man. You and I both know that.
roll the dice.
It's a bit of a lottery, but the boys doing it's not the drivers, ladies and gentlemen. It's the track.
Here we go. Watch this 888 car intently, Davo. He's got control. The safety car is now in the lane, so he can go whenever he likes. I would be going. I would have probably gone now.
Well, before the braking area. Here we go. He's
Here,
off.
Here
He's
he goes.
Off. Thanks, viewers, for joining us once again. Watching these boys, little weave of the tyres there from look at all of that top 10 guys. Just trying to get a bit of temp. Oh, Alan immediately just gets it done. No,
Oh,
it's
did
not
he?
over.
A little bit snaggy on the 2-3 or the 3-4 shift there. I think it was the 2-3.
So it
Right
is
in
on
the box
immediately. Look, nothing we're not used to seeing, J-Man. These restarts are awesome. Look at Alan looking for the outside. Don't think Baker's actually going to contest him here. He's well to the inside. More than just a blocking move. Actually, is that Sprague going through as well?
Yeah, and looks like Book's going to go with up the inside, up into Griffin's, up and into the cutting, gets it done. So 1, 2, 3.
Whew. That was a crazy exchange from the boys there, J-Man.
So back into it, they get to go at it again. That 1.9 to 2 second gap Alan had has now been depleted by way of a safety car. It sits at half a second as they drop down into the dipper once again. And immediately they look to put a little bit of margin on Tilbook and Miles Baker, Jed Adams. So Riley Boswell.
Quick shout out to Edgar too, J-Man. Now tagged onto the back of Sid Ahmed there. Yeah, interesting. Just
Yeah, up 13 spots.
Yeah, it just hasn't really come up on the radar, J-Man. But all of a sudden, right there, right amongst it. Done a stop as well. So, nice work. Shows you what a safety car can invigorate the field, J-Man. Bunching them all up again. Again, look, the cream rising to the top. I mean, Alan, Sprague, and the like. Tilbush, a little bit of a gap already after one lap. But then Baker, Adams, and Greenall. And then we got Benjamin and Edgar and Boswell all nose to tail as well. Edgar having a red hot crack here, J-Man.
Yeah, so just a call there from the 808 car. That'll be Anthony Wanoa there. Unfortunately, he's had something go astray. I'm not sure what it was, Davo, whether it was worthy of a replay or it even came up. But
find it there, actually.
Oh, big incident up Mountain Straight, and I'm not sure who that was. That looked like a couple of the Gapperfill, maybe the Dale IDM cars. Who was that? Just trying to get a read on who that was. Oh, it was definitely Stefan Adams. Mark Mudgway's car does not look good as well. Sorry, mate, if you've gone to that 1-0 replay.
We will pick up on Mr. Mudgway in the GAMAFLARE. Oh, ouch! Actually, that started a little bit earlier than that. Who was that? Is that Burke? That might have been Kyle Burke. Let's just try and... Oh, that got messy very quickly. Okay. So not sure what happened. It was just on the change of the camera angle there. We're not sure. There might have been the slightest little bit of contact there. Two of the boys, they're passengers. Look at how long these things are sliding for.
Yeah. Riley Boswell, Shane Edgar, Sid Ahmed. I tell you what, that's going on live, David. When you do come out of that, that is fantastic. And Nico Scalzi in there as well now. So that's where all the action is at the minute. And it started with the setup from Edgar on Benjamin. And I tell you what, Bozzy got all incentivised. And
look at
Scalzi just decided to pick both their pockets.
He's just like, okay, I got that. And I'll get you too. Sneaks past Edgar as well. And look at it in the background there, actually. Let's get out of the back of Scalzi's car. Have a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. On either side, Edgar looking for the inside. Boswell on the out.
Yeah, he didn't want any of that. He likes his car.
It's intense. He doesn't like that wall, I tell you. He's just like, yeah, no, I'm staying off that. So, some quality stuff there.
What have we got at the front now, Davo? We're out to a second, 1 second margin. Allen to Sprague. Tilbuck, 3.1 behind that. And then Baker, another 1.3. But he's got Jet Adams still very focused after that safety car restart. He is right in this thing.
Cabot's focused on Scalzi over Benjiva, or Benjiva over Scalzi. I'm not sure how to call that, J-Man. We've still got Edgar and Boswell arguing in the background. This lot. Oh, as Edgar tags the wall hard. That will definitely give it to Boswell on the inside there through the elbow, or out of the elbow. That's where the tag was. No surprise. And look at
and you look up ahead. Yeah, that's Benjiva and Scalzi. Going to make an arrangement through the chase here together.
I think it was still under discussion as they tipped it in, J-Man. There were still negotiations going on. Scalzi gets it done.
Okay, so I wonder whether Carson Daly was that other gap and fill car that was involved up Mount Straight, because he has got a drive-through penalty, Davo. So that may be just part of unpacking what that went on down there with Mudgeway and Co. a little earlier that you picked up on. So he comes in to serve that penalty.
Yeah, plenty of excitement. Clearly a break in the field, J-Man, but nonetheless, we're looking, we're going, we're looking and chasing it, J-Man. Gets it done. Or does he?
Well, I tell you what, it was brave under brakes. Gets it done, though. From
way back. As we pick up on the GAMAFLARE replay, J-Man, way back, and gets it done. So, very nice work.
Scalzi absolutely blew past Blake Greenhall there as after they come out of the cutting up to Reed McPhillamy. And, man, he literally just got the line and just blew by.
Yeah, we're just picking up on the replay there. I reckon Greenhall got a tag on the wall on the inside out of the cutting there, J-Man.
Yeah, right.
And really did pop that front of that car up. I reckon he was off throttle there. Scalzi read it though, J-Man. And that's the thing, you know, like he's got it.
Well, Davo, we said there wouldn't be much passing across the top, but we've seen plenty, and we just saw another one there. Riley Boswell just got underneath Ahmed Benjifa down it. Oh. Just be careful just not to defend a little bit too aggressively there. Yeah, out of the elbow. Man, I'll tell you what, no quarter given.
Baker in a pits, J-Man. Gets that,
okay, so this will be the first stop for Baker.
Look, and gets that tricky little pit lane entry sorted.
Riley Boswell, Sid Ahmed, I'll tell you what, that is as close as it gets. And here we go with Edgar now. Ranges up to the outside into Howell Corner. Gets it done right round the outside.
What? Get a load of this one, ladies and gentlemen. Edgar. Ahmed covering. Or they're just compensating for what's in front of them. Edgar just goes, I'll go this way then. Just gets it done, J-Man.
Oh, this is fantastic. I tell you what, the amount of passing and then passing back in this race, these guys are operating really respectfully and super quick as well. So you can see Bozzy now. Oh, and he just watched Blake Greenhall tag the wall as he came up through Reed Park there. And he's right on him now, as Riley Boswell. So Bozzy took a little bit of a hit on the totem when he decided to put under safety car a lap later than those around him. Went back to 13th, finds himself all the way back up to 7th. Only one position down on his starting position. And we talked about, I think it was Edgar and Blake Greenhall up significantly, 13 spots for Edgar and 7 spots for Greenhall, but he's got the pressure now of Riley Boswell and got Shane Edgar still on the comeback as well, so...
Yes, there's no respite here, Jay. And then look at these two go. Boswell. Past Greenall.
Yeah, and he'll have a job to catch Nico Scalzi, who just banked a 2030. No, he actually just banked a 2024. So that sees him actually as the fastest car on that lap on the circuit, Scalzi, because the leader went through with a 3.0. Sprague with a 2.4, got a 2.4.67.
Jet Adams' position will not last long. Scalzi, a ballistic missile at the moment, J-Man.
Yeah, he is coming in hot for sure.
After that earlier mischief on lap 1 there, J-Man, just after the cutting up the hill, heading towards the tree, turning that car, big tag on the wall out of the cutting there as we just pick up on Scalzi live, hunting down Adams, and has literally from T1 to about now has more than halved the gap on Adams. And the next in the crosshairs, because look, this is inevitable for Nico to sneak past Jet here. Somewhere in the next sector, I suspect, J-Man. And then his eyes will be trained and crosshairs will be focused at Tilbush, J-Man. And has he got the time? Is there enough time in this race?
Yeah, looking at those margins, here he goes. So it's going to be about 3.9 seconds, and we still got just under 24 minutes of this race left. And pit stops to think about as well, as I see Carson Daly, 2 stops done. Blake Greenhall on the recent pass just coming out of pit lanes to complete his second stop as well. So that's a factor to think about as well. Obviously, Scalzi on the comeback because we saw him exit stage left very, very early. Unforced error coming out of the cutting. And he's had to work his way back into that. And I think the safety car was particularly favourable for Nico and his endeavours to get back to, I guess, where he thinks, and probably rightfully so, belongs back towards that podium. So he got his sights set on Tilboot. And definitely closing it down. Jed Adams doing a stout job as well, though. I've got to give it to him.
So we'll just pick up on that. I think we had the cameras of Scalzi as he made that pass on Jet there. So getting it done easily in that first half of Conrod there. Out of the elbow, got the run. Car's quick. Scalzi behind the wheel. He's on a mission.
Is he what? And I just saw him live just grab a whole lot of wall as he was climbing up over the top of the mountain there, and he is not lacking any commitment as we see the gap now to Tilboot just closing down.
And the commitment comes at the cost of the car. It's the car, the poor car, gets belted up a fair bit here. So, where is he? Look, we're just picking up, actually, Sturrock, just sneaking in and out of the pits there earlier, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get back up to Nico, because he's on the move. Is that just sneaking past one of the blue flagged cars there?
Stefan Adams.
Stefan Adams, which he did call earlier, had massive off. So not the ideal night for Stefan here, but Scalzi just getting that done nice and neatly. Where we at?
Sorry, Davo. Carson Daly, the 14 car, was facing the wrong way at the grate, requested a tow, and literally race control got him out of there in the nick of time because he was right on a very high commitment part of the racetrack, and pleased to see that race control very, very efficient there, got him back down to pit lane. So I was a heart in my mouth moment there because I thought if someone come around there, they would not be able to probably get off of that line, and that would have been pretty hectic. Hugo Allen just rounds up one of the back markers, and they actually made the fence at the cutting, just trying to get out the way. I'm not sure who that was.
Just picking up on that, on the GAMAFLARE instant
no.
replay of Carson Daly going around there, J-Man. So tough gig there for Carson. And like you said, race control, getting that car away and off circuit as quick as possible. What have you got eyes on there, mate? It sounds pretty intense. What have we got? So
Yeah, so whoever, I think it was
Brandon Lai.
Braden Lai, and I tell you what, he got it all sorts of wrong as they were climbing up through the cutting and that, and it was right in front of. Oh, I couldn't pick it. It could have been Tilbuck. Oh, look at that gap. Sorry, David, to break away from that. But that gap, I called it at 3.8 seconds. Tilbuck to Nico Scalzi. Oh, okay. So it was Alex Sprague that unfortunately came up on him when he did have that crash. But Scalzi's closing this margin down. We've got a safety car again.
Really?
Yep.
That'll be that. Surely will be that Brandon Lai car.
And Hugo Allen reads it like a book. Sorry, Davo. Fires straight into pit lane as the safety car was called. Straight in there. Sprague, Book, and Scalzi all follow. And so that'll put those guys, irrespective of what happens, whether the likes of, if I scroll down the order and look for our two stoppers, it's Blake Greenhall stopped in the recent past. Does he press on? He's somewhat a fair way back, and these guys likely going to get back out in front of him. He is only coming into Forest Elbow as we speak. So
this is exciting stuff, J-Man. Look, this really has put Scalzi back in the race, hasn't it?
It has, because he is right there with the leaders, and obviously the leaderboard will tell you that he's ahead of Book at the moment, and that'll be pit priority that gave him that spot. But it'll be interesting to see the race off a pit road. Hugo Allen does get out first, and then Scalzi gets out second, Davo. So that's an efficient stop. So
okay.
You and I debate about the numbers, but
here we go.
I'm seeing an incredibly short fill versus Allen. I'm seeing 20.2 plays 12.9.
Let's bring
it. What do you got?
Let's bring it out. Go. What do you got? Okay. Well,
yeah. What do you got?
Let's bring it up on the tower for everybody else. So, J-Man, we got a running bet on how close we are lately. So, Scalzi, 12.7. Who are we comparing it to? Allen. Allen at 20.3 and Scalzi at 12.7.
Okay, I'm 20.2 and a 12.9, but importantly, Tilbuck was a 21.2. So that was the car he was chasing. What do you got for Tilbuck?
We got 21.1 for Book and Sprague. Jamie.
Righto, so we're about a tenth or two off of each other tonight. So look, good. The internet gods have been listening.
They're nice. Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. But what does it mean? Okay,
what does it mean?
Well, it means that Hugo Allen effectively comes up. Mark Mudgway looks like he is waiting for a wave by, and that'll be by way of Mark Mudgway is 4 stops in.
Here, just hang on.
Down at 17th.
Pick up on something here. Blake Greenhall, I think he's probably trying to chase that safety car up to get a wave by and actually gets that thing turned around. Sorry, Blake, for showing. We'll go away from that now. But either way, so Stoic in the pits, J-Man. Safety car still in control. Is it running away here on this lap? Let's just get out of the back of the safety car. He still looks like he's got control of the field though, J-Man.
Oh, no, he's still there. Hey, more importantly, I'd like to know your numbers on Scalzi. Looks to me like he's been in and out of the pit lane 3 times, which wouldn't surprise me after that early incident.
True that. Let's get that up on the tower.
I think that is actually correct because he actually came in early and then backed it up with the safety car stop and then again.
You've got it. You've nailed it, J-Man. It's 3 stops for Scalzi back in the race. First lap. In second, mind you. First lap incident as they run up out of the cutting towards the tree there. Tricky little bit of the circuit. Lucky, literally, not to have the whole track blocked by... Man, he was so lucky. He was literally 90 degrees across the track. Just enough room for people to run either side of him. I might even be able to pick up on a replay of this. Well, because we are going to get another lap under safety car. So let's just pull this up again for Scholesy. And just get a load of this, ladies and gentlemen, from Nico opening lap. Now remembering he's now back in first, but watch this. Lap 1 up to the tree. Oh, ever so slight tag on the back of the fence here, but just watch where he ends up when he gets this thing stopped.
Oh, beautiful shots.
And then we get this one, J-Man, and it shows just the field still falling through. We've got, I don't know who that is, running to the outside there. And
How'd they make that fit?
Well, I don't know, but very, very lucky for all of the boys. Scholesy just trying to sneak that, give the boys a bit of room there without tagging the fence again, and gets it away. Thank you for the GAMAFLARE team for the replay there. But look, and so now, and this is why we're showing you that Nico, second position, J-Man. 3 pit stops that car's done, and here he is. So he's done his 2 CPSs clearly, plus an extra one for good measure. And here he is in second position and ready to take it to Hugo Allen. J-Man, like he has literally climbed his way through the field. He has been helped along by the safety car, but awesome stuff, as has all the other boys.
Davo, I'm going to call on you here.
Come on.
Like, safety car's going to peel away this lap, but
yes,
can you go back? I'm not sure if you can. Can you go back to the pit stop with Scholesy and Tilbuck? There's something hanging over that one. There's a little bit of something's gone on there. I'm not sure.
Last pit stop for
the last pit stop. If you could bring up Scholesy's and Tilbuck's pit stop. There's a story developing in there. I know we haven't got long because we are heading down towards Forest Elbow.
So Scholesy again, like did that 12.7. You got it as a 12.9, and Book was equal with Sprague with a 21.1. So I mean, like Scholesy's done the quickest pit stop, like for the top 4.
So do we think there's a little bit of debate around the tyre situation there?
Ooh. Or fuel, or both.
Yeah, well, but just remember, for the guys that may be questioning the pace of that stop, had Scholesy already taken 2 of the mandatory tyres in the previous 2 stops, and that one there was a fuel formality for him. Yeah, so watch this space. Race Control have got all the data. They know what they're looking at. They'll go back through the previous 2 stops, or all stops, check it out, and they'll see what's going on. And this could be literally, just a tactical, successful move here from Scholesy. He's got to navigate this one here with Hugo Allen. The safety car is in the lane, so watch for Allen.
He's off. Allen's going.
He's into it straight away.
Scholesy quickly getting ever so slight bit of temperature in before the braking area there in the chase. Who's that in the background? That's Book. That is Book already having a bit of a mischief there. Gets it covered, but he's look at it because of it. So that's Adams' pass. Sid Ahmed's pass. Brook just went backwards there. Look at Greenall, Bosley. Look, whoa, J-Man.
Yeah. Yep. Bozzy's
not
happy on radio, and he gets tickled up by Baker as well.
So that might have been Baker and Burke, actually, J-Man.
Oh, it was Kyle Burke, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
with the yellow cars there. This is epic.
Now, this is fascinating at the top as well, Davo, because we could see in the recent past.
We got him round. Nolan round. J-Man, sorry to interrupt, Jay. We'll pick up on a quick replay, but you continue on.
No, just Scholes's pace leading up to this one. He was the guy that was lighting up the tree on the time, so I'm interested to see what he can do about Sprague and Allen in front of him. They've sort of checked out already, 1.1 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure who that was that went around. I reckon that was actually Boswell, J-Man.
Yeah, Riley's been on the radio, mate.
Yep, yep.
Oh, we got the Rothman's car. Who is that? Is that Heath Mann? Heath Mann is in an awkward position, so that's somewhere close to the dipper.
Gets a bit of sand across Skyline there, comes back on. I don't think he really got the car set up as he dropped off the top of the hill there. It looked hooked up but he was way offline. It just didn't want to. It just didn't want to work, and got it all wrong off the top of the hill. Is the safety car active in the pit lane again, J-Man?
Wow. Not to my knowledge. I think it's stationary in there. But Till Burke just put a big move on down at the chase on Sid Ahmed Benjafer. Got it done and needed to clear them. He needs to get back after Jed Adams and see if he can maybe tag on the back of Scholesy. Sprague and Allen, they gone. 1.2 seconds up the road now from Scholesy.
So we're just getting pick up on Book over Sid Ahmed through the chase here on the GAMAFLARE replay, and then back down into the final corner here. Very close, Jamie. Great battle between those two boys.
Yeah, Blake Greenhall in one of the Rothmans cars right in there as well with Shane Edgar, who has had a ton of pace all night long. Actually, Dave has put some demon moves on as well. And got that 179 Kyle Burke car behind him. And I know that that was part of the conversation that went through race control with Riley Boswell. Big tag on the wall for that was in unison. That was Benjafer and Greenhall both tagging the wall over Skyline.
Yeah, so nice stuff there. We're actually on board with Greenhall there, J-Man, and you can see the sparks just spraying off the back guard of that Porsche.
Yeah, and he's got Edgar right on his clock now.
Well on him there, J-Man. Just picking up on a little bit of something that the boys tapped me on the shoulder, said, have a look at this one, Casey Sturrock. Oh, okay, so we got someone in front of Sturrock that had a bit of a mischief there. And
That's going on live too.
Tagged on the background there, so let's just get back to that.
Too wide down to the chase, and that looks like Bozzy and Nolan.
Look at them all. So that might have been Foot or Nolan, one of those two cars, or one of those three cars. It could have been Boswell as well. They've been just swapping positions over the last few laps. I can just read my data here. It's just going on. Dan's passed, Oliver's passed, Riley's passed. It's just back and back. Here goes Sturrock.
Down into one.
Gets it done. Foot just lets him roll, J-Man there. Wow.
Okay.
But it carries on up into two there. They're still at it as we just let's just peel back to them. Let's get up the top here, J-Man. Just give us a quick rundown. Hugo, with clear pace tonight, has run away from the likes of Sprague, Scholesy. So what happened there?
Yep.
Sprague,
so Sprague's in second, Scholesy in third, chasing hard, and the numbers comparable between those two at the moment, 203.4, 203.5, but that 202.6 last lap was impressive from Allen, but the 201.9, that's the first one that I've seen tonight, and he's left it for late in the piece, as Hugo Allen. It's hit the afterburners late in the piece, and when I say late in the piece, it's because there's only a little over 6 minutes left to run in this thing. We've seen a couple of safety cars. Jed Adams is driven incredibly well tonight, sees himself in P4 with Tilburg, the series leader at the moment, right on his tail. Benjamin, he's got some screen time tonight because he's been amongst it as well, Davo.
Definitely.
And Blake Greenhall, Shane Edgar, they have done a fantastic job, up 6 and 13 spots respectfully.
This top 10, J-Man, it's next level.
Yep.
Look, and they're still at it, right? Even down to Miles Baker and Kyle Burke here. Look at this too.
Yeah.
It's not over.
No, and then we get a little bit... Sorry, race control.
This is the important stuff, ladies and gentlemen, viewers. And thank you, all of our viewers, all of our legends, all of our Matchfit subscribers that follow us and tune into all our stuff here at Matchfit Entertainment. And obviously welcome and thank you to all of our Sky 83 Face TV viewers that catch up with us on the delayed broadcast. So, welcome and thank you for your support. As always, here we are in the Porsches for the SCNZ 2026 SIMBLACKS.
Big through on Adams, Davo.
Yep. So nice work.
And the clock's ticking. We're under 5 minutes.
It is
And
ticking.
Shane Edgar, Blake Greenhall, looking at the lap times, just seeing what they can do about bridging the gap now up the road to Benjamin. Well, they're all on 4.4s last time through.
My question to you, is Sprague safe in second?
Based on the previous times, a 2:03.2 for Alex Sprague, a 2:02.6 for Nico Scalzi. So I would argue no, that there's a bit of a sting in the tail at the back end of this one. So looking at it, we've only got, effectively 2 laps remaining in this one, Davo, based on Hugo Allen coming out of Murray's. Now, he's going to cross the line. If we look at the clock...
He's going to get another 2 laps in.
Yeah, is this one and one more.
Yep. So, just look, just a little bit of a rear shot off the rear roofline of Alex Sprague's car. And a picture can tell 1,000 words there as they run across the top there. The spray of sparks coming off the back of Sprague's car, Alex Sparks, we should call him, just shows how much he's using the bodywork. Well, he's just how much he's pushing, how committed he is, J-Man. And it doesn't make for a quick lap when you're making contact with the wall like that. So, clearly feeling vulnerable to a hard-charging Nico Scalzi, J-Man. Scalzi on fire and with plenty of sparks himself off the edges of that Porsche. Is there any mirrors left on these cars? There is mirrors strewn all across the track here. We see them falling off all the time. These two guys actually carrying all of their mirrors.
They are pushing. They are pushing really, really hard.
Well hard. Couple more laps here.
Oh, big knock on the wall there for the 861. Scalzi.
Just watch him across the top here. We'll get out of Sprague's. Just get out of the back of Sprague's car here because you can see them both. Oh, ever so close. Very tidy stuff. Every now and then you just see them. They just get the door handles on there. Sparks are flying. Scalzi committed. Bouncing around. Both of them very tidy run across the top that time.
Yeah. Miles Baker lining up.
Oh, Scalzi with a big hit. And I think he might have just lost the first mirror off the Scalzi car there. So...
Edgar.
What a battle, Edgar. On the chase. Look at this thing. Look at this lot. Who just changed position there? That was Jed Adams.
Jed Adams.
No, it wasn't. Who was that?
No, it was not. Who was that?
Oh, Scalzi's gone backwards.
Oh, Scalzi has. He's come out of P3 up to P5, so he had to lose down at Murray's there.
Oh, he's gone straight ahead. Oh, into the wall. J-Man. Wow.
Yeah.
Hang on. Whoa. Tim Bush, Jed Adams. past easily. Unforced error from Nico. Clearly pushing. Thank you, GAMAFLARE Instant Replays. Look at this, so we're going to get out of the roof cam of Kyle Burke, J-Man, because, look, I tell ya, with this being probably the last lap.
Sorry, when you get back to it, mate, I tell you what.
We are back to it.
Baker, Edgar Burke. Oh, my gosh.
We're on it. We're on roof cam. Kyle Burke, J-Man. It is next level.
Because we are on the final lap, viewers. This is it. Burke finds his way back to third position at the expense of Scalzi. Ahmed Benjafin's trying to hang on to sixth here. Baker's going at it. So is Edgar. And Kyle Burke just all of a sudden turned up on the scene as well. A 179 car is in this one. So look for some demon moves here down.
Oh, here we go.
At the elbow.
Oh, there's one on Benjafar from Edgar. Gets it done. Oh, yeah.
And that was Baker and Edgar.
Baker and Edgar. Both through.
And I actually was too wrapped up in that I didn't hear what race control just called there. So I'll just have to scan my data.
We're going to just stick on this because I'm sure Alan's already going across the line, J-Man.
Yeah, yes.
This is not over. Far from it. Benjamin back in front. Can you believe this?
Wow.
We will.
Car 240 called that straight away. He's defending down to the final.
Oh, no! There it's all.
Oh, my gosh. That one will be post-race, I'm sure. So that sees Scalzi back to fifth. Baker in sixth. Jet Adams grabs himself a fourth. So Tilbuck, back to third. Just trying to unpack that. But, Casey Starrett.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. J-Man. Oh, God. Camera boys just needed to pick up. They're so G'd up tonight. So G'd up. There's been a lot going on.
I tell you what, there's a lot going on right now across the airwaves, so I might just tune out of that for a minute and just pay my attention back to yourself and the broadcast.
Okay, we're just gonna call the boys across the line, or we should have, but there was so much going on in the background there. Look, a big congratulations, obviously, has to go out to the legend Hugo Allen over Alex Sprague, first and second. Till Book has come back. Look, he was always going to be there. I didn't expect to see that man in third position. What a legend. Just to keep your nose clean. That is a classic example of just keeping your nose clean and bringing it home. Tilbrook. Jet Adams, another one, J-Man, who needs to be needs a badge as well for doing exactly the same thing. Nico Scalzi up and down all night and finishes up in fifth place. Miles Baker, Shane Edgar, Blake Greenhall, Rolly Boswell, and Sid Ahmed Benjamin rounding out the top 10. And it keeps going. And definitely worth mentions are Kyle Burke, Casey Stoic, and the like, because there's a lot going on at least halfway down through that field. J-Man, who have you got there for us? Come on.
So I've got Tilburg, the current, leading into this round, he was the series leader, has done a stellar job already this season, and no doubt we'd be pretty happy with the back end of that one, the way that it fell. You got us on comms, Til.
Yeah, it was a fun race. I'd say I didn't really have the pace that Hugo and Alex had, so really all I tried to do was keep a clean race, don't get into any trouble, and get as many points home as I can. And yeah, pretty fun race. Not sure exactly what happened in the end, but yeah, happy with it, to be honest.
And hey, look, still a good qualifier. You featured in the quali for us as well, and then still finished up a spot on that position as well. But a great fight with Jed Adams late in the piece as well. You hunted him down, and it got pretty damn busy there. Obviously, Scalzi was coming through with pace, and I'm sure you were happy to grab that one late in the piece when he decided to run on down at the final turn. But look, you got to be in it to win it, Till, and you proved you held your nerve through what was, I tell you what, typical Bathurst, a lot of action out there.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely nerve-wracking in the end when I went a little bit squirrely on the cold tires in the restart, and I just thought, okay, I need to need to make up the points here again. But got a bit spicy in the end, but it was pretty good racing and really enjoyed it. So yeah, happy with the points and can't wait for the next one.
Awesome stuff, Till. Well, mate, all things Matchfit Entertainment, we always give you a great opportunity to shout out the good people that sponsor and support you, mate. So the floor is yours.
Thanks, lads. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'd just like to thank Automoves Racing Team for having me on and letting me join in the team, as well as my main sponsor, Tiny Easy, my business, which is the design sales software for small home builders. So yeah, thanks so much again for having me on, and can't wait to be on the next one again, hopefully on the podium again.
Yeah, absolutely. Constructing a nice championship run here is Till Burke, podium
Absolutely.
again. So congrats, mate. Well done,
Nice
and thanks
work.
for the chat.
Thanks, guys.
There you go. So that is Till from third position. We'll grab second up straight away. We'll keep the clock pumping. And we got Alex Sprague. I tell you what, he was in it all night. Ran with Hugo a multitude of times and had super good pace out there tonight. And there was a ton of stuff going on behind him. But look, he only had eyes for one guy. Come home in second. Alex, you happy with that one?
Yeah, pretty happy actually. Just sort of got into a good rhythm from the start in qualifying and in the race, and sort of just tucked in behind Hugo, trying to run with him. Didn't quite have the pace of him, but pace was still pretty strong, and yeah, happy to bag some good points.
Yeah, and look, early days, mate, but big picture stuff, obviously, Till coming into this one, points leader, Casey Starrett was in second. Obviously, it's been a bit of a mixed bag with, obviously, the shorter format racing really spicing stuff up, but you came into this one in third position, 10 points ahead of Hugo Allen as well, so, and obviously finishing in front of both those ahead of you in the championship. It's good signs early, Alex, for the way this thing's playing out. You're amongst the top part of the competition week in, week out. You've got to be happy with your performance.
Yeah, exactly. I suppose with such a long championship this, it's just about trying to be consistent and, manage race by race, trying to not get caught up in incidents, which I've been caught up in the first couple rounds, but yeah, just trying to minimise those mistakes and get as many points as you can on the board.
Yeah, and look, give us, Dave and I, a bit of a insight, and also the viewers tuned in here as to, watching tonight, we saw clear intent from some drivers to really push the threshold. I thought tonight every time I was watching you go across the top, it was measured, I mean, obviously everyone's probably rubbing the walls at some point, but look, I just didn't really see you really step out of line too much, like I'm sure there was moments, mate, that wouldn't be Bathurst without them, but it looked like you were still driving within your capabilities in the car setup. So was that very much what we sort of picked up on?
Yeah, it's just trying to minimise those mistakes, and obviously this track's probably one of the hardest to do it at, but just trying to, hit your marks and not run wide at one corner, because, one little mistake, it can end your race, so it's pretty important to just keep it on the track.
Yeah, 100%. Well, congrats on tonight, mate. That was a beautiful performance, chasing down Hugo Allen. And tell you what, you guys played a real cool hand with the pit stop strategy with those safety cars in there. I think, it would have probably been a certainty to see at least one other, but we've got a couple here tonight. And look, I think you guys played it pretty well under safety car as well, so made it all count. So, mate, great opportunity to shout out your sponsors and supporters, Alex.
Yeah, thank you. I'll just give a shout out to Automoves, Apex Lab, SIMBLACKS, SIMRAT Market, SIMAGIC, Pat Skeet Designs, and Jordan for everything he does for the team.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Well done, Alex, mate. And I'm under no illusion I'll be talking to you again very shortly. So well done, my friend, and congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There you go, Alex Sprague from second position. We do not have a Hugo Allen on at the moment, Davo, and I understand I've probably got a couple of minutes to burn, so I might get a little bit of a read from race control, if I may.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, so I know he's probably still busy at work, but we will grab Sean McNamara from Supercars NZ. Sorry to interrupt you, Shawnee. I know you're probably really busy, but, look, the show doesn't stop for anything. So welcome aboard to the Hot Box, mate. And, look, relatively busy out there tonight. What's your take on stuff without unpacking the final moments? How'd you find that one tonight?
It was quite exciting. There's a lot of panels getting damaged out there. The mountain has claimed quite a few cars, as it always does. So There's never a straight panel when vehicles come. It doesn't matter if it's supercars or Porsches or the GT3s. I thought I'd give them fine weather. That would make for some hopefully cleaner driving.
It's a gift. It was a gift, Shorty.
Yeah, gift. Not from God, from me. But there you go. So but I really enjoyed it. We had a really cool strategy going on where someone took tires lap and then went back the very next lap and did the other 2 tires. So they had their
was that
allocation.
Scalzi?
That was Scalzi. Yes.
Yeah. So
noticed
obviously.
that.
Yeah, we try to keep the viewers up to date, Shawnee, with what's going on, and I I give them snippets of what's going across the airways, not too much, but I know the question was asked about whether or not the 861 car had actually completed the requirements, and I'd said to Dave at the time, look, 3 stops in the bank. One could argue that 2 of those stops covered the tyres, and the third one was a splash and dash. So fair play. Fair play to Nico, and he dug himself out of a pretty damn big hole, mate, because we saw what happened on lap 1, and he just worked away at it. So really big congratulations to him on his comeback. But hey, another thing we touched on, Sean, before I let you go is I believe statistically we saw more toes in qualifying than we've seen all season long in the first four rounds, mate. So got you guys on your toes right from quali, right?
Yeah. So the Porsche series is the only one we were a bit more lenient on the drivers because it's a new series to obviously Supercars NZ. Whereas they can just do as many laps, but if they tow, they're not allowed to go back out. That's the only rule we've given them, and that's the one rule that a few could not grasp the rules of. So there's a few people with lane starts, and then that wasn't adhered to, so then they get a stop and hold during the race. And it's a shame if that happens to them because people put a lot of time and effort to practice these tracks, and for it just to end like that for them, it's a little bit of a shame. If it's probably a comms issue or whatever, I don't know, but they just need to get a bit better on that side of it, and then it's they can get out there and enjoy it like the rest of them.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean, for the insights from one of our race control. You actually saw Sean out there a couple of times, got to actually go and stretch the legs, well, sort of the safety car tonight.
They gave him the keys.
They gave him the keys, and he didn't spin it, so he probably needs a bonus for that. But appreciate you, Sean. Thanks, mate. I'll let you go. Cheers, buddy.
No worries, boys. Thanks a lot. Catch you next time.
Sean McNamara there.
Yeah, there you go, Dave. Hey, look, I might wrap it up there. I'm about at my time schedule for the J-Man, so thank you all, and I'll give you back to Dave.
Yeah, like he's definitely on a time where we only pay him until about 1 more minute, so he's already ready and out of the door. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Watching.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and viewers, everybody that has joined us here once again for the SCNZ 2026 SIMBLACKS Porsche Cup Series here. Tonight, round 4 at Bathurst, Mount Panorama. Spectacular to watch, as we expected, and as always, Bathurst delivers, and some scary stuff. Plenty of safety cars and plenty of action. Quickly, we will just roll through some of our promotions. Obviously, Supercars NZ Endurance Series coming up. The SIMBLACKS Triple Crown, ladies and gentlemen, kicks off on the 16th of August at the Bend, and then Bathurst, and then Sandown. Dates all there, and you've got to get amongst that. The best way to do that is get your phone out, scan that QR code, and join up to the SimRacing Hub phone app. And yes, easiest way to join up for any of the series and enter. Well, most of the competitions here run by Supercars NZ, Matchfit Entertainment, or GAMAFLARE. So get amongst that, scan that QR code, and scan this one as well, because you too could get a sim. Brought to you by, again, GAMAFLARE, Supercars NZ, Matchfit Entertainment, SIMBLACKS, and Mozzo Racing. Free to enter. We just gave one of these away a few weeks ago to an awesome bloke, and you could be the next awesome person we're going to give this away to. Free to enter. Scan that code and go in the draw. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, we are off to, it was Spa, that's right, the Spa. Bye for now. See you next week at Spa.